All right, welcome back, everybody. This is episode 5 now of Dos Toques. My name is Emmanuel. We're back here with Josh, and we've got a little bit of preseason to talk about, a couple transfers, as well as MLS. MLS is back and running full force. What do you think so far, Josh? How the game's been recently?
We spoke about it already, bro. It's just like going to the World Cup, going to MLS. You got to relower those standards again when watching the games. I didn't anticipate too much sloppiness or rustiness from the teams that I'm usually used to, and I did see that a lot. So that's been an interesting perspective, at least for these games that have been going. And I think it just has to be with some of the players coming in back from the games, going into the squads. A lot of those players are key fundamental pieces to the team's, you know, overall
Mhm.
performance. So that's probably why we saw a lot of sloppiness in those first few games.
Yeah.
Were a lot of key players missing, but even then, like you would imagine those other players stepping up to the plate, but we didn't really see that. So overall, it's we're Team Galaxy here, so just seeing them struggle, trying to make it to playoffs is crazy, man. Another
Yeah.
season of just lost hope, and the team is struggling. So we'll get more into
Yeah.
that.
Yep. This is now 3 games since we are back from the World Cup and not a single win. We've got a loss to LAFC, a tie to San Jose, and now a tie to Dallas. Am I missing a game? Has there been 4 games?
It's four.
Oh, it's 4 games without a
Just
win.
we just lost to St. Louis too
St.
before the
Louis
San
as well.
Jose. Yeah,
Well, all right. Well, we've got first off, we'll talk a little bit about preseason for the big boys. We'll talk about Real Madrid a little bit. That's another team we share that we'll be talking plenty about this on this show. So I want to go straight into it off rip. Here we can see the lineup, the starting lineup that Jose Mourinho chose on here. Courtois is still, on vacation, recovering. So we have Andre Lunin in goal. Talking about that goalkeeper's position, I actually wanted to spend a little bit of time on this. What do you think? I think we've seen plenty of Lunin to where he gets his chances to start. He just can't seem to, make that jump and be the number one, but he's really good as a number two. And I think now we're starting to see the age of Courtois settle in a little bit.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
we're
hundred
seeing
percent.
him every now and then, like once every month or so, there's something bothering him. And we saw him at the World Cup, get another injury. Do you think that's a position Mourinho should probably start planning for, maybe bringing in another backup goalkeeper? Or do you think that'll be something the academy might have for us?
Dude, I think there was a lot of good goalkeepers this World Cup, and you're right. I agree with you with everything you said about Lunin. He's a great backup keeper. When those key moments where we've needed him to step up, he's done it. But when he's the number one and Courtois is going to be injured for a while, he's just not consistent. I don't know if it's just his mental focus isn't on par as an elite, what's needed from an elite goalkeeper. And I think there was a lot of good World Cup keepers.
Yeah.
And I think for me, the one that I really truly was like, damn, this mother trucker's good is Kobo from Switzerland. That guy was
Oh,
crazy,
okay.
man.
Yeah.
That guy was crazy. He's a great shot stopper,
Yeah.
really good on the ball. And I think he was a big reason why Switzerland made it that far. I think he was very underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
think, yeah. And talking about being good on the ball is like that's one of Looney's biggest weaknesses is that he can't play with the ball. Like there's just such discomfort when the ball gets played back to him. And I don't know. I mean, the guy has done insane things for us in the Champions League penalty shootouts, but he just can't seem to make that jump to be like, all right, this is the next generation of the great goalkeeper here at Madrid. But anyway, I wanted to give your moving on to like the back line. Obviously, a very young center back partnership. Juan Martinez, he is officially back
back.
from his ACL injury. I remember last season in the summer preseason, he looked good, bro. He looked freaking like mature. And yeah, he's finally back. We'll see how he, grows because, hey, I'm not going to lie. the Barca Academy has been putting in work with like young center back defenders, and we haven't really seen one. I think Asensio kind of like he was good, and then it was like, So excited to see what John Martinez could do. I'm honestly glad that Mourinho is like, taking these moves already, like super early on. We'll talk about him a little more, but I think his name is Alex Siria, the guy that scored a goal, another academy player, Spanish academy player. He thought it was decent, but the big surprise, I think, to the back line is having Trent right back and then keeping Dumfries on. Everyone thought it was going to be, Dumfries replacing Trent, but we're seeing the two on the field at the same time. Do you think this is an experiment for Mourinho? Just wants to see the two of them play? Or do you think this is something we're probably going to see in the season? Is like Dumfries playing like a wing back role and, Trent also being, starting right back?
Yeah. Nah, man, I think it's just Mourinho doing Mourinho things. Like, I think we can all agree that Dumfries' best quality as a player is his attacking presence. And I'm pretty sure Mourinho like quickly identified that and probably said like, yo, like we're not gonna hold you back and restrict you, make you play defense. Like we want you up top attacking. But then that now I'm thinking as well is like, all right, well, is he gonna be, our starting right winger or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, right midfielder? So I'm thinking about that. But he gave great attacking presence in that this preseason game.
Yeah.
He looked good, man. He looked good. I'm a big fan of Dumfries, so I'm really excited to see that him already put some presence in our attack because that's something we've been struggling, man. Just being direct. That's what he was so good at. Just being direct. Play. Trent. He probably sent like 3 aerial like through balls, and Dumfries was on the run, and that's something we hardly would see last season. So glad to see that.
I think, the dynamic really works right now because I think Trent's biggest weakness is when he does join the attack, he just struggles to get back and defend when he's facing, his own goal. And so I think giving Trent that like security of like you got someone else next to you that's doing all the up and down running, you can be a little bit conservative and just distribute the ball, like don't focus too much on making the overlapping runs and stuff like that. So I've been seeing some interviews that Mourinho has been doing, and that I guess he's a huge fan of Trent, that like he really, really likes him. And I mean, if we know Mourinho's play style, which is that quick, direct, counter-attacking football, I mean, we're going to see Trent eat on this team, bro. He's going to be sending Mbappe, Vinny on the counter, which we'll get to in a little bit with the attack.
Mourinho's so good at that, bro. Like he's so good at elevating the best trait of each player on the field.
Yeah.
Like he's so good at that. So we're already seeing it on a preseason game.
Yeah, so we'll see what branches out of the right side of the back line. Let's move forward a little bit with the midfield 3. We got Camavinga, Arda Güler, and Valverde. I think the only one there that is like he's not moving is Valverde. I think the other 2 is going to be highly dependent on, how Tchouaméni comes back. Do we get Rodri? And then, of course, Bellingham, I think, is for sure in this team, obviously, without a doubt. And so I think we're going to see some stuff happen with Camavinga and Güler. I do also know that I've been reading that Mourinho is a huge fan of Güler. And I can see why. And it's kind of the same thing with Trent. He's also direct when the pass is there for like the long ball or the through ball, and he can hit them, bro. Like he's very, very accurate with his foot. So I don't know. I do think if Tchouaméni doesn't move, if he's not on the transfer market and he doesn't get a move, and we make the big play for Rodri, I think we're going to see a double pivot of Rodri, Valverde, and then Bellingham right in front of them. But I don't know, bro. I kind of do feel like Arda Güler is not going to be on the bench with this team. But I know you got some mixed feelings with Güler. So what are your thoughts?
I don't see him starting on the squad. I think he's Mourinho again. He's really great at identifying the best starting squad dependent on who we're facing against. So if it's one of those teams that that will require a different dynamic, a different shift from what our normal squad is used to, I think we'll see him on that lineup. But I don't think he has. And to me, he's just physically he's small compared to all of our other starting players.
Mm.
Yes, he can pass the ball and whatnot, but I don't know. There's just something about him when on the ball that just doesn't really like doesn't excite me as much as like having Bellingham on that same similar role. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way you're gonna start over Bellingham.
Yeah.
Um, so again, if we start with like Valverde, Camavinga, 100% throw in Arda Guler in there. You're gonna get so much different styles of passing coming out from Guler, a whole different attack. So now you have very two defensive-minded players that can free up Guler and play the open space.
Hmm.
And he's much better, in my opinion, at playing direct than, well, not playing direct, but like finding the through balls and being able to shift the ball from one side to another compared to Bellingham.
Yeah.
I think Bellingham's style of play is just very unorthodox. Like, you can't really call what he's gonna do. You don't know if he's
Yeah.
gonna pass it, if he's just gonna run right at you.
Yeah.
Whereas Goulet, like, defensive lines have to prepare for a cheeky pass that can go
Yeah.
wrong. So
We'll
see.
see what happens. Yeah. Um, Lastly, I think of the three, I think Camavinga is a big one. I think we saw glimpses of, damn, like that's the Camavinga we've been wanting to see, and then we saw glimpses of like that's the Camavinga he's kind of been. And I don't know, man. I think he's good enough for this team. Obviously, I don't think he starts at all, especially if we're bringing in Rodri. I think his minutes are going to drop even more. So I don't know if him or Tchouaméni will, see a transfer before the window closes. But um, yeah, I don't know. I think we've seen his highs, and the kid is insane. I remember that run when we still had Benzema, when we would sub him on in Champions League, and this guy would just carry the ball forward, and like he was just brought in so much to the squad. But recently it's been a struggle with him, man. And here's my thing, and we saw it with Ancelotti. I think he should play left back, bro. I think just
Mm,
throw him in at the left back position. He could defend, bro. He's not bad at defending. And in
yeah.
these games where we're like, in the games where we're gonna just keep the ball against like the bottom table La Liga teams, the Copa del Rey, bro, like we can carry the ball on that side. He can carry, he can distribute, he can play. And so I don't know. I've always thought we should just play him at left back at this point. But obviously that's not his position. He's a center midfielder. But we'll see what happens with him. But anything you want to say about Camavinga? Do you think like you see
Yeah,
him
I mean,
having a role or
we can for sure play him left back, but against elite teams, nah, we can't be doing that.
no? For
We
sure.
can't be doing, yeah. Like, just have a natural left back play that position. But if our, that was a trend that for last season we couldn't get our left backs or right backs healthy.
Yeah.
So yeah, why not? He can do it.
Yeah, so
I like it.
it's an option there. All right, now we can move forward. We talked about Dumfries already. We talked about Guler.
My boy
Alex
Cedia,
Cedia,
dude. He looks, bro. That
he's
profile pic has me dead, dude. Bro, he looks like he's from Reedley, dog. That's crazy. What the hell?
he does not look Spanish, huh?
Nah, he looks Hispanic. He looks
He looks
Italian.
Hispanic, yeah. I thought dude was solid, bro. I think his defensive work rate was good. When he lost the ball, he was quick to try to win it back.
As he should. Yep.
And it's like it's just the bare minimum stuff that we don't get from Vinny and Mbappe when they play there, bro. That's what's
Yeah.
insane to me is like it's nothing crazy. It's just like the stuff that a winger should do when they don't have the ball or when they lose it. But man, I thought he was good. I think is a name to keep to keep in our book. We'll probably see him get some more minutes this year. But other than that, what'd you see from him?
I liked his confidence on the goal. I know it's preseason and all, but to see a player with already that type of confidence to do a finish, like, don't get me
Mm-hmm.
wrong, like, watching it from afar, it looks like an easy finish. But
Yeah.
when you see that ball coming at you and you have that second to think and you know that goal is there, hey, world comes crumbling down for a second there, man. You have to
Yep.
lock yourself back in and just finish it. And a lot of that has to do with like being confident going into that
Yeah.
game. So being a young guy, how you said it, he has a lot to prove. So he has to be running, defending, covering spaces. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm happy to see a young guy trying to make a name for himself,
Yeah.
especially in a star slam team like ours. So
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool.
We'll see. All right. And then this is going to be, I think, a big position thing. moving on to Endrick, I think the striker position is going to be very interesting this year. So Gonzalo Garcia is officially joining Arbeloa at Fulham. I'm not happy with that move. I really liked his playing style. But my initial thoughts is I think it's good business for Madrid. I think in total, it's a potential 70 million package. And we brought in Carlos Espy, who is also a true 9, 3 inches taller than Gonzalo Garcia. And he's bagged more goals than Garcia in La Liga. Yeah. And yes, he has gotten more playing time, but I think it's just good business from our side. I do think, however, Gonzalo Garcia is going to tear it up at Fulham. This could get clipped and he could be absolutely terrible. And, who knows? You can go to the championship next season. But I just think he's a true 9. And those are just, pretty hard to come right now in the market. He definitely, I think, he earned a lot of love from the Real Madrid fans. That preseason, the hat trick he scored for us. He had his moments with us, and we all thought just play him striker, put someone left wing, but just leave him as a striker. We would bring him on when we needed a goal, like a set piece or something. So we'll see. I am glad we replaced him real quick. Like it was instantly, but it leaves a lot of questions for Endrick. Like what's going to happen with him going forward? Is there no confidence from Mourinho and the back office to be like, we got rid of a striker. You came in, but we're still going to get another striker. Surely Endrick is not happy with that move. I think he's like, dude, now there's another dude I got to compete with to play. And I mean, we saw Endrick's performance, scored a goal. So give me your thoughts about Endrick and, his game and what we're probably going to see from this season.
Yeah, I think I wasn't putting too much attention to it. Like how you said, like it's a good business move. And it really is. And I love the fact that we supported the signing of Fulham with the previous Real Madrid manager. And I'm pretty sure Arbeloa made that request. So, kudos to, Real Madrid for making that, man. That's really dope. This SB signing kind of reminds me of the Joselu signing. Like it's just someone who has a lot of experience, has already played in La Liga. Shouldn't be too hard to just plug and play.
Yeah.
And dude, Endrick, I mean, he had very limited minutes, and in the World Cup, he didn't show anything spectacular to have us be like, oh damn, I can't wait to have him back in Madrid.
Yeah.
The few moments he had, he messed up. Like there's no other way to put it. Like he didn't make up for the few minutes, which is tough. Like you gotta give him some grace as well.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting on the bench waiting for a moment, and if the moment you miss that opportunity, your confidence just starts, depleting. So I think he's still very young. He has the skill for it. He definitely has the skill to play for Madrid. I believe if the opportunities he does get and he bags in some goals, he has that. What is it? I don't know if it's tenacity. This is the word that I'm looking for. To like, damn, like I got 3 on me. Like I'm ready to roll. Like I can score another 4 or 5 goals in the upcoming games. He has that fire in him to really. Yeah. You see it, and he feels that confidence. So, I'm hoping he's given those opportunities. So.
Yeah, I think I'm a big fan of him. I think what I like is he's very direct. I think inside the box with his goal that he had, he didn't think twice about it. He took a touch. It was there. It was on his good foot. And he's just like, I'm just going to rip it. Went through the defender's legs. Good finish. But yeah, I think, like you mentioned, it's going to be like Joselu or Carlos Espy. It's just going to be like a, Copa del Rey game or whatever, sub on. But man, Mourinho has some decisions to make, bro. You've got Mbappe. You've got Vinny, who we don't know what's going to happen with yet. Like, Arsenal are still there waiting for him to make a decision. Mbappe, Vinny, and now we've got Yan Diamande, Endrick.
Oh, that's right, dude.
Endrick and Carlos Espy. So it's like Mourinho has some freaking firepower at his disposal, and like he's got to make some big decisions here. We don't know what the starting 11.
I do too.
I do too. But I will say, we saw Mbappe at France play that striker role too. We didn't see him out wide anymore. Like Mbappe is like morphing into this like striker. Like he's no longer playing out wide on either team. In PSG, we did see him there, but now with Real Madrid, he's the striker. With France, he was the striker. So I don't know. I do like
He
Endrick
played a
on
different
the
style of a striker with France. He
true.
did.
Yeah,
I think
he did.
Olise allowed him to play like he looked far more like a natural striker, playing that natural striker position with
Then
France
with
than he
us,
does. Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
because Olise allows him to do those types of behind the runs and all that.
Yeah,
You don't have
and
that in Madrid, man.
and
Baby Goulet, bro.
yeah, and so I think that right side is what is going to be interesting because Diomande likes playing on the right hand side. He's very comfortable there. He has mentioned it many times that he likes playing the right wing. He is a left winger though. At Ivory Coast, we saw him on both sides, but it was mostly on the left. You know, he wants to get that cut in and shoot. But man, that's going to be the biggest thing for me is like, what is Mourinho going to do with the front three? Obviously, Mbappe is going to be undroppable. Like, I'm pretty sure I'd be very surprised if he goes into a game without Mbappe starting. And then Vinny, that's the big one. I think Mourinho has the balls to bench Vinny and put someone else who's in form or who's, you know, playing well. And I think my bold take, bro, I think Vinny's gone. I don't think Vinny returns with us. I think he's more out than in right now, and he's seeing the signings they're making, and he's like,
I'm telling you, dog.
I don't know.
He got a fresh new chin. He's waiting for new beginnings. I don't mind it, dude. I don't mind it at all.
I would be so sad, but we'll see, bro. We'll see what happens with Real Madrid. But I wanted to show something real quick. Moving on a little bit that I have noticed here. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you can see this real quick. Let me just remove this thing. 1 second here. It's going to be a bit of a intermission here. Okay, can you see my screen here? You can see it good?
Yeah.
Okay, one thing that I have noticed about what Mourinho is having our attack do in possession is, so this was last season with Arbeloa. This is a rotation that we would see a lot. So if our left wing, which would always be Vinny, we would see the overlap happen from Carreras. Vinny would drop deep, and then the left wing would receive the ball. And then this left back would either tuck inside, drop back off. This is like the rotation for the left wing. For the left back. What I've noticed these last few games, because I also watched the previous practice matches that Real Madrid had. What I have noticed is, and I don't know if this is just a discipline issue with Vinny, like he's just doing this to when he gets to play free. But I'm very interested to see how it's going to play out with Mourinho. When this left back plays inside to the center mid and the center mid's looking to play forward, we're not seeing the left wing drop out to receive the ball and go 1v1 or the right wing. It happens on both sides of the field. The left wing is staying tucked inside, like here. So we're seeing the striker just kind of drift out this way. And this left back is playing high as well. So like the most annoying thing for me was that Vinny would be out here, Mbappe would be out here, and we'd have no one in the center back in the striker position. They received the ball 1v1. They wanted the ball to feet always. And so now we're seeing the striker play a little more true in the 9 position, and we're seeing the left wing staying tucked in. It's very, very rare when the left wing is getting dragged out this way. He's staying tucked in, the right wing is getting up, and then we're seeing like Trent get up a little higher like that, and we're seeing Valverde or whatever, or Camavinga kind of playing in this role. But I like this because Mourinho is really, putting getting numbers forward. We're not really just playing super like, let's go back and forth and kind of just move the ball, see what happens, and then eventually cross the ball to the non-existent striker. And so that's one thing that I've been picking up on a lot. I'm interested. Is this like a natural thing for the left wing that is playing? Or is this Mourinho saying like, no, you guys are going to play this way. I don't want the left wing dropping deep to receive the ball and go 1v1. Because if it stays this way, bro, I think we are going to see a Jude Bellingham at his peak again, bro. Just think about this, bro. Valverde whipping a pass into Vinny and Bellingham on the run right here, like just crashing the box, boom, and crossing the ball in. I think that was
Where
Bellingham's peak.
is
And
where
so I think
Rodri will come in clutch.
exactly. And so I think we're going to see, either a more disciplined left wing or wingers staying high up, tucked in, rather than let's drag them out wide, try to go 1v1 with the player. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens there in that position. But that's one thing I've picked up from Mourinho that I've just been like, okay, I really like this here. We'll see where this
This
goes
is
to.
what you explained is why Rodri is going to be really important if we really
Mm-hmm.
want our attack to flourish, because he's phenomenal at uh, positioning himself on the field and
Yeah.
understanding like the depth and length of how far you are from your teammates, how close you got to be to the opponent, and to
Yep.
really create presence. So if our team does lose the ball, he's
Yeah.
already there to pick it up. Like, bro,
That
that requires a
spacing.
lot.
Yeah.
That requires a lot of experience, a lot of high football IQ, and Rodri is
Yeah.
really good at that. And that unlocks Bellingham to be able to do what he did with
Yeah.
England. You know
Yeah.
who was playing that role? Elliot Anderson was playing that role, and he's
Mm-hmm.
also really good at spacing and positioning himself. So we would see Bellingham, make the runs up top, and Elliot Anderson was always the guy in the back, making sure he was there to stop the counter. So
Yeah.
not a lot of players can really understand like spacing and positioning
Yeah.
when your team is on attack, how far you should be to your teammates, how far away you should be from them to stop the counter. So,
Mm-hmm.
dude, if we get Rodri, we're gonna see some great, great football from Bellingham this season. So,
Yeah, bro. I fingers crossed, bro. Bellingham at it. I mean, we saw it at the World Cup, bro. This guy is elite, man. So we'll see what happens with Real Madrid, bro. Excuse me. I'm so excited for this season, bro. This is gonna be a good one. We Madrid fans are hungry, bro. We need a win again because this is 2 seasons in a row without a trophy, bro.
we
Unacceptable.
will, we will, we
And
will.
so Mourinho back is
No
just
doubt,
like we about to set these
no doubt,
straight, bro.
no doubt.
So very, very excited for the season to come back already. So we'll see when going into the next preseason game what we see. But all right, we can pivot now a little bit unless you got anything else for Real Madrid or
Just I still haven't seen like the excitement yet for me. Like, damn, like this is what our team's gonna look like. And again, it's because we haven't had all the signings in.
yeah.
So I'm really excited to come back here to the episode when we do get to see all the signings, just to truly see like what we're expecting for the start of the season. But
Yeah.
overall, we got some good hope. We got some good hope.
Yeah, definitely going to be very, very interesting to see how it plays out. But all right, let's pivot over here to the real football, the real soccer. Let's pivot over to LA
Oh
Galaxy.
my goodness, dude.
We don't have to go one by one with all the players. I think we've seen enough from a lot of these players, but
I'm down to go straight to the standouts, though.
I'm down to go straight to the standouts as well. So, go for it, bro. Give me your thoughts about the game in general.
Yeah.
So just to summarize, it was against FC Dallas, and it was a tie, 0-0. But give us your thoughts, bro, and then take us right into the first standout player.
Galaxy plays with a little bit more freedom when they go in their attack, at least when they go up
Mm-hmm.
against teams who play three in the back. When we have Peck, Painso, and whoever our striker is, we always did well against teams that played the three in the back.
Yeah.
This game was just I told you, I messaged like, bro, I can't, it's so hard to pick up the style of play. Like, I see no identity. It's just more like scramble play, and it's almost like high school soccer. Like, no one really understands their role.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sloppy, it's dirty, and I'm pretty sure the opponents are just as confused as we are when playing, and it throws their game off. And who knows if that's even like, maybe that's what they're being asked, but I highly doubt it, because that makes your game so much more complicated.
Yeah.
But just a quick shout out to our boy Jay Marcinkowski, man. He's been so solid. That's something that I did not see coming.
Yeah, me either,
Coming
bro.
from San Jose, I don't even think he was their starting goalkeeper that season before he came over with us. And that guy, he is solid, man. He's good on the ball. he intercepted a few plays and read them right before they even happened. Dude, that's some elite goalkeeper. You got to shout him
Yeah.
out. And that's what Galaxy has been doing great. They've been signing great goalkeepers who've been coming in clutch for us. We had our struggles, but I'm glad we have a starting keeper. Like I think it was, damn, it's going off my top of my head. Who was our other starting keeper in the beginning of the season? But he was struggling too, man.
Yeah.
But the whole team was, and unfortunately, it rubbed off to him. And we need a keeper who's just confident, regardless of where your squad is at. So that's
Yeah.
one of them. What do you think?
For sure. No, yeah. Like you mentioned, the plays where it was like a long ball, and he just read him and came out looking like Neuer, bro. I was just like, God damn, yeah. So, nah, he has saved us these last 2 or 3 games from taking losses, like for sure, bro. And the goal, the PK, yeah, that was literally last game. Freaking saved us from losing the game last minute. That's a big moment, bro.
Yeah, he's a dog right now.
So, bro, I hope he keeps it up.
He's our best player right now. To me,
yeah,
he's our
definitely.
Best player.
You can just count on him. You know for a fact what you're gonna get out of him right now.
Your
so
keeper being your best player.
I just hope we didn't just jinx the shit out of him, and then these next few games. But yeah, bro, super solid. I mean, I think his height is just what kind of just hurts him. Balls in the air, crosses in the air. But I mean, I think he deals with them pretty good. So we'll see what happens with him. But I think the best player for sure. Yeah. But who was the first standout you had for us here? I think we're eating our words here from the previous episode.
Oh my gosh, dude. I was so shook by Justin Hack, man. That guy was a true center defensive midfielder, bro. Hold up. How many ball recoveries did he have? That was so insane, dude.
Shit.
Bro, my jaw was dropping every time, bro. He was recovering a ball and winning tackles, sending through balls. I was like, yo, who is this kid? Hold up. I've been trash talking him so bad. To me, he's been a worst player of the season, like worst signing for me ever.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair.
But it was fair though to say that he was not playing good, and we're gonna give credit to players when they deserve it, and he played good yesterday. Yeah. That's the facts. But before that, like, he has not been nearly as as good as they made him out to be, as the signing that they had to make. It's like, but yeah, I think we did see him win.
Bro, 11 recoveries.
Yeah, he did his damn job there as a center defensive midfielder, but just lacks that quality. Like, if you're gonna be a midfielder, bro, you have to be able to string passes out, break lines, get the game forward, and yeah, bro. But we are gonna give him his credit. He played very, very well yesterday.
If that's truly his like top performance as a player, my goodness, start him every game, because that's what I want on the middle, bro. If you're playing CDM, you have to be reading plays and recovering the ball. That's your only job. That is your only job, and don't lose possession. My goodness, he's terrible holding possession. But this game, he was solid, man. Like, I saw him doing croquetas. I saw him doing some Zidane spin moves to get out of pressure. I was like, yo, who is this guy? Shoot. But look, he got ranked 7.7 right behind Glesnes, who also had really great game.
Yeah.
Solid center back and behind our goalkeeper. So that says a lot there.
It says a lot, yep. And who was your second standout of the game? It was those. It was those two, huh?
Those two,
Justin Hack, and So I wanted to talk about Kyogo, because I mean, our signing from what league was he playing?
Birmingham. So what?
Champions League. Championship.
Champions League. Yeah. Second division.
Yeah. So he was in the championship. Bro, he came on. This dude is quick, bro. He's agile as hell. Very direct. I think we got to start him next game, bro. I think he showed that, like, he's a step ahead of these players in the MLS as far as, like, the defenders and
quality.
He's very, 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 very good. And I thought he was gonna score. I was like, dude, this fool came out on fire. He's gonna get one chance. He tried to do a what is it called? A Travella finish. Do you remember that one where you hit it at the outside of the foot? I think it was a bad decision. I think that was a heat check because he had Paintsel crashing in. He had a Paintsel crashing in. He could have played that through ball, and he saw him too, but that was a heat check. He wanted his debut moment, but I think the fact that it wasn't a designated player move, a cheap little signing here,
solid.
I think it's solid. I think we're going to be happy with that. It's talking about designated players. I just want to go over Marco Reus. What are your thoughts, bro, since we have signed him and how he has looked since we've gotten back from the World Cup?
I don't think he's a DP, though. I think he's just an international slot.
Is he just an international slot? I thought he was a designated player.
No, I don't know. What the Galaxy, our front office does a pretty good job with the signings.
Yeah.
As far as, like, I know it's pretty tough making signings in MLS. There's a lot of policies and restrictions on work with that. But dude, Marco Reus, I mean, age is a factor.
Yeah.
Dude has had already a long list of injuries.
Yeah.
He's not a natural striker. Our attack was just super stagnant, you know, having them on the ball. And even to make things worse, Paintsel had an awful game. So we couldn't really see the top quality of Royce, especially when our wings and our wingers aren't having great games. It just makes Royce look bad too. And that's kind of what we saw. I think definitely start Kyogo in that striker position while Klaus comes back. Marco Reus maybe on the left, Paintsel on the right. I don't know who we're gonna like. We still have a missing DP spot. I'd really like to see a top center midfielder, but I actually don't know what Galaxy is gonna do, man. I really don't.
Yeah.
I think
we haven't even seen
signings all wrong.
Yeah, we haven't even seen any rumors either. Like, there hasn't even been a name that's like, oh, Galaxy are working to do this or that. Like, there's been nothing. And so, I mean, bro, looking at the market, like, fuck, what potential move can they even make that makes sense, bro? Because to just what's up?
Sorry,
I was gonna say to just throw away the DP slot just to fill it up and get some washed up Brazilian that's playing in France or some shit is like, we've seen that story so many times, bro. Like, it's pointless, bro. Like, just throw some cash at someone in the championship, or you know, but yeah, bro. It'll be interesting to see because Galaxy clearly need to get some momentum, bro. They need to spark a winning streak. They need to do something because I will say this: the performance yesterday, towards the end of the first half, a lot better. They looked a lot better. FC Dallas were in control first half for the most part, and then second half, LA Galaxy were looking better as well. So like you get these moments where it's like, okay, they have momentum. We should be seeing a goal soon. And we're just missing that extra little flair in the final third. And it's like, you think we're going to see it from Paintsel, but bro, like, I just don't know what it is for him, bro. He's so fast. He's so quick and agile. And he gets himself those opportunities, but the brother can't finish, bro. He just can't finish his plays.
I'll say this. I think our defensive line has been doing us good this season. I think out of our midfielders and our forwards, our defensive line has been holding it down. Yes, we've been getting scored on. We've had a few silly mistakes coming from Garces. But I think our defensive line is solid. Now, here's where we're struggling on our build-up. Like, Banny loves that build-up play. Like, starting, possession with our defenders, working our way to the midfield, and eventually our forwards. But the build-up play from up to the forwards was always Ricky Puig sending in a through ball, taking it on a defender, and distributing the ball because we had so much pace. And our wingers were wingers that don't need to hold the ball and possess and try to play and play try to play into the midfield. As we see Paintsel trying to play in now. Whereas before it's like, bro, just send that ball into that pocket of space. Our wingers are gone. They could do that one-on-one. We don't have that in the midfield. We don't have that quality. Dude, how many times did Dallas did that high press and we just could not get out? We did a silly just kick. It was just kickball.
Just launch it up,
And it was eventually that Dallas got tired towards that first half and also in the second half from all that pressing. I mean, come on, it's Dallas. We're in MLS. Players are going to get tired. They got tired, and that allowed us to progress a little bit more. But we need a center midfielder that I would love to have a Spanish midfielder. a Spanish midfield signing, because that's the type of play style that we have, the high
Yeah,
possession football. So
yeah,
I'm hoping they go with either a Spanish or even a Portuguese midfielder. They understand that style of play. So
yeah. Um, Here's what my final thoughts on this whole thing as far as the LA Galaxy are. I'm gonna give a theory. I think that Gabriel Peck leaving, I think LA Galaxy had someone lined up to come in, and I think they couldn't get the transfer figured out. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they had someone lined up. They were like, okay, we can let Peck leave. We can let him go. We have someone. And then that someone who we don't know either signed for someone else or is no longer like interested or whatever and doesn't want to come to Galaxy, which is why we've just been complete silence. There hasn't even been anything for Galaxy.
true.
So I do think that Gabriel Peck, it hurt us, bro. We literally don't have a winger that's just, direct like him.
He was our best
But
attacker this season too.
yeah,
Even
dude.
he wasn't producing what we're used to, but he was
Hmm.
our only attacker that was
Yeah.
giving us some
And
decent
so,
results.
yeah. And so I think, obviously, this is looking far, far ahead, but I think if LA Galaxy hold on to Greg as the head coach, and we've got Royce, we've got Kyogo, we've got Paintsel, we've got another midfielder, and Ricky Buch comes back, I think we're gonna see some like dominant fucking playing from LA Galaxy. But this is like, here's the thing though, this is looking like a year from now. The problem is you've got a franchise like LAFC who are making all the right moves now, who are getting their stadiums filled out now, who have momentum,
Yep.
and you cannot wait for next year. It has to be now. Those moves have
Galaxy,
to be now,
yes,
bro. LA
yes.
Galaxy, you are the team of LA. You need
Yeah.
to make the moves now and start winning games. Because if not, bro, this is
I don't
gonna go
even.
bad. It's gonna get bad, and it's we don't want to see it happen. But yeah, bro. I mean,
It's valid, valid, valid.
so we'll see, bro. Obviously, we want to see LA Galaxy, and you know what the heartbreaking part, bro, was like, bro. I pulled up to the Clasico, LAFC, LA Galaxy stadium packed, bro. Like there was a lot of LA Galaxy fans, obviously a lot of LAFC as well, but like, bro, there was a lot of LA Galaxy fans, and like everyone was like, the atmosphere was there from our part too. But it's like, dude, the fact that yesterday's game is like the stadium's like half empty, quarter empty.
No
It's
fan
like,
support. No,
yeah, bro.
no
It's
core fan base support.
like, what is going on, bro?
But
Like,
that's the culture of our team. Our culture isn't built on supporting the team and watching
mhm,
them ride the wave. Our culture's has always been on, if our team is winning, we're gonna ride with you, dog. Like no matter
mhm,
what, because that's the culture and standard you set from the
yeah,
beginning. Like
yeah,
that's how our team works. And like people always try to make fun of like our fans and all that. It's like, no, dude. Like if our team is performing, look at that 2024 season where we're winning nonstop. Our home was a fortress, dude. That
yeah,
thing was packed every game, regardless if it was during the week.
yeah. I
And
remember.
that's the culture of our fans. Like, dude, if you put in the effort, if you put in the wins,
Yeah,
I mean,
the
it
fans
sucks that it
protest.
works
The
like that.
fans protest. Yeah,
It sucks that it works that way. But if we don't see the team winning, you'll see them protest.
yeah.
Rightfully so.
And
A
you
lot of
see it
those
in the
guys,
comments too. All the people that are like, "Don't go to the game. Don't go to the game." And it's like, it sucks, but it's like, fuck, bro. It makes you sad because it's like, dude, like, we need to turn this around, bro. Like now. And so
yeah,
we'll see what happens. Who does LA Galaxy have next? Do you know?
yeah. It's
Let me pull up who they have next real quick. Calendar. They have
Houston
Houston on Saturday
away.
away, and Houston is currently
They're doing good, dude.
in eighth place in the Supporter Shield, and
They're in good form.
then yeah, they're in good form. And as of right now, Galaxy are 2 points from a playoff spot. Um, so yeah, bro, we've got to turn this around, but we'll see. Anything else you wanna touch on with LA Galaxy before we sign off here?
No, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it
Yeah,
for
man. Just
Galaxy.
I don't think they're gonna make playoffs this season. I already like I wouldn't consider myself like a diehard fan, but I am built in that culture of if I don't see the effort and the quality that I know the players can play, I ain't gonna show up
Yeah.
to your games, dog. Like I'd rather go
Yeah.
watch my cousin go play high school at that point. Save myself from my headache. Unfortunately, dog, like, dude,
Yeah,
like,
sucks, but it's the reality of it.
you know,
Um, all right, so let's move over to our final segment that we got today. Um, Most recent transfers. We've got a heavy payroll that we see
crazy,
here.
dude.
We're seeing a lot of
Sheesh.
moves being done, boys. Tottenham making moves, big moves. So the first one,
So
obviously, the one that everyone has been talking about is Morgan Rogers, 138 million,
overpaid,
138
overpaid.
mil to Chelsea. And
Chelsea got that money, man.
they do.
Holy.
And did you see that Mudryk is back?
Whoa. Wait,
Yeah,
how?
he's back. He basically, I can't remember. They're not going to trial anymore. I think they're not. What do you call it? Appealing. They're not. They
What's
dropped the
that?
appeal, so he took the punishment, and he has already done the time that it was. Does that make sense? He's basically said, "I'm guilty. Like I did my punishment. Get me back in the
But
squad."
here's the money on the side that y'all requested.
Exactly. So
Wow.
now he's back in the squad, and according to Xabi Alonso, he's happy with him and that he's gonna include him in the squad. So we'll see what
That
happens there.
guy
But
had so much potential, man. That guy was
yeah,
crazy.
so we'll
Sucks.
we'll see, bro. He stayed training and everything. So Chelsea, I will say, I don't know, bro. I think they're gonna be top contenders this season. I think Xabi Alonso is gonna show everyone that Real Madrid fucked up. They messed up. They did not give him the support to build a system, and I think, bro, they got
Can't do that in
LaCroix.
Madrid, bro. You can't do that in Madrid.
Exactly, I know, but
Yeah, that's
like
the culture again.
Chelsea want that right now. They need structure. That's why they brought him in. And so they've brought in LaCroix for 60 mil. I think that's a solid signing. I think he's a very good center back.
He's a good center back.
And they brought in Morgan Rogers. I don't think that's like crazy. Like, oh my God, bro, they brought in Morgan Rogers. But holy, you got that money to blow, go ahead. But I think Cole Palmer, unfortunately, last season, he struggled with injuries and he had a poor season. I think he didn't play the World Cup, so he's going to be well rested. And I think we're going to see a Cole Palmer from 2024, the 2024-25 season.
He looked a
I
little
think,
rough.
I think we're going to see,
Game.
I think we're going to see that again from him. I think he's gonna build back up, and we're going to see the Cole Chili Palmer. So next up, big signing is Elliot Anderson to Man City.
I still think that's overpaid.
135 million as well. And they're finalizing for Bouadi, the Moroccan midfielder, bro. So it's like, what is Man City cooking, bro?
They're cooking something. They're cooking.
So
cooking something.
Yeah, I it's so hard because like you think like, okay, surely they're getting two midfielders. Surely Rodri's gone. Like he's got to be going somewhere if they're signing all these midfielders. But I don't know. I like Elliot Anderson, bro. I really wanted him at United. Like beginning of the summer, he was linked to United, and I was like, bro, I would love that. I think that would be so solid, bro. And so
Casemiro replacement.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Man City just came knocking, signed the check right here. Bada bing, bada boom, let's go.
Dude. Man, how the script has flipped it, huh?
Yeah, and so I want to get your thoughts on these next two. Tottenham signing Sandro Tonali and Mateus Fernandez. What are Tottenham cooking, bro? They survived relegation last season, bro. The last like 2 or 3 games, they survived it. And who do they got now? Is it De Zerbi? Is De Zerbi their?
I know he was like a temporary signing, so I'm not sure. It was like a temporary contract.
It was basically like, bro, just make sure we don't get dropped. Just make sure we don't relegate. Yeah, it's De Zerbi. Yeah, no, they kept them, and so.
All right. He's a good coach.
I think so too. I like his playing style. I think Tottenham are cooking, bro. I think they're gonna be. I could see them at least top 8, bro.
Up there, man. They need to put some pressure on the big dogs. Like the top 3 were just reigning all the games.
Yeah, and
everybody. So we need more pressure up there. Make the league a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, and so I wanted to talk about also, since Sandro Tonali obviously leaving Newcastle. Newcastle have now lost Sandro Tonali, Anthony Gordon, and Bruno Guimaraes is about to dip too. He's supposedly going to go to Arsenal is one thing.
That's a solid pickup.
What is Newcastle doing, bro? Like,
I think last season. I mean, last season they lost clutch players too.
mm-hmm.
And they weren't anything special this season either.
Yeah.
I think they were in that phase of like really creating that culture, developing the squad, and it just crumbled apart. And I'm pretty sure the players just lost patience with that. And I'm out. You know, they hit up their agents, like, yo, like this is a failed project.
Yeah.
I'm out. And I think that's what we're seeing here. You know, what other team that I'm real curious too is Aston Villa too, bro. They lost Tillemans. They lost who's that other fool that they lost? They have like none of their core players are there anymore.
Yeah.
So there's a few, you know, teams in the Premier League that have question marks. Like, yo, But it does give an opportunity for new upcoming players to be new stars, which is always dope.
You know who Villa got though?
Who?
Alejandro Garnacho.
No, dude, that is so bad, bro.
We'll see, bro. Bad. I mean, I saw a highlight reel today. They were like, Garnacho got his confidence back. And I'm like, bro, just let it go, bro. It's like that meme of the dude that's like balding and he's got like a mamba and it's like back here and it's like, bro, let it go. And so we'll see, bro.
Had too many opportunities. He plays the same.
The one here, this I wanted to touch on as well. We briefly talked about it earlier, but Gonzalo Ramos to AC Milan. So AC Milan, according to some stuff that I've read, they want to move on from Santi Jimenez. Santi Jimenez is also probably going to be dipping there. Unfortunately, that was a complete disaster move for Jimenez. Yeah. I have never seen him in worse form ever, bro.
He looked
just
bad.
Terrible. He looked bad in AC Milan. He looked bad at Mexico. Horrible. He had a bad World Cup. He needs a move, bro. Yeah. I think he needs a bottom table France team or something. Like, build your confidence. Heck, bro, maybe go to MLS, bro. I don't know. But I've seen a few things, nothing crazy about Pulisic. Also, maybe getting a move from AC Milan. Premier League teams are interested in him. I would like to see him back in the Prem. But just a soft player, bro. I don't see him, doing much here. I would love to, but anyways, going to Gonzalo Ramos to AC Milan for $74 million. Gonzalo isn't a striker that really moves me, to be honest, bro. I think he's decent at that. Big thing, though, is Balogun is most likely headed to PSG, bro. What are your thoughts on that? Man of the tournament for the U.S., and, he might be heading to PSG. What do you think?
That's a crazy signing. Because PSG, those are back-to-back Champions League winners.
Yeah.
To have them knocking on your door, as somebody who isn't put in that pedestal of an elite player, I mean, it says something. We see something that probably we don't. He did show a lot of quality in the World Cup. So and I think we touched on it too. Like he's already been in the French league.
Yeah,
he's already been playing with Monaco. So it shouldn't be again a plug and play for him.
Yeah,
and I think what's going to be really cool is like we're going to see elite midfielders and other team players around him. So we're going to see an even more, goal hungry Balogun. So
yeah, his work rate's going to be a lot less, or like he's not going to have to do a lot of the dirty work of pressing. He's going to be on the side that has the ball most of the time. Just worry about making your runs and finishing. Yeah. Lastly, here I want to talk about Somerville. I think he showed a very good tournament with Netherlands, and I'm a bit disappointed in this move, bro.
Out. Yeah, me too.
Of course, I'm very disappointed. I think we missed out on a few seasons of a good player that could have had a big jump. But I mean, bro, we've seen this time after time again. These players, it's life-changing money, bro. Like forever. Like, yes, being a professional Premier League footballer is already life-changing, but to sign for Al Hilal and get the bag that he's going to be getting, that's generational.
A World Cup bag. Yep.
Yeah, and so
had a good World Cup.
congrats to him for securing a contract like that.
He'll be
But
back.
I think
How long? Do you know? You know how long that contract is?
I don't, but hopefully it isn't for too long. Hopefully it's like a 2-year, 3-year.
They usually do 2 years and come back.
And so I really wanted to see him at like another team, preferably staying in the Premier League because dude's a baller, bro. His work rate's insane. So we'll see. But I mean, other than that, bro, anything here that you want to touch on? Any player that we want to watch out for, or talk about a little bit?
Curious on that Jeremy Jacquet. Never seen or heard about this guy, so I'll probably after this
Liverpool.
Watch a few highlights. That's a big paycheck for him too. So
yeah,
Liverpool. On that.
Yeah, they've lost Konate, so yeah, quick replacement for him.
And Manzabi, that's Switzerland, right? He's a
Manzabi. Yeah, I think so.
Switzerland player.
Isn't? No, that's not the guy. Is he the guy that got the red card against Argentina?
No, that's not him.
That wasn't him, huh?
No. But yeah, I'm gonna check out those two players. But yeah, that guy Manzabi, he had a lot of good potential. So that's a dope signing for Aston Villa, at least.
Yeah,
for some of the players.
Who we were talking about that they were losing some players, but and I think we pretty much covered everything that we.
One last thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Look at how many English teams are in this top 10 transfer. That's crazy. I'm gonna say 8 out of the 10 transfers are Premier League related, either going in or out.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn. Yeah.
The league's cooking, man. They're looking for that Champions League.
Yep. They just can't. They can't do it though, bro. They haven't been able to. So, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, bro. Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up here? I think we had a good talk of the subjects we wanted to cover today. Other than that, this week we've got what are the preseason games that we've got here? Let's see here. Tomorrow, nothing. Leagues Cup, that'll be fun to watch. We've got some Champions League qualifiers, USL. Nothing until, let's see here. So we just got Leagues Cup and then England EFL Cup Saturday. So I think we're done.
Qualifiers right now.
Yeah, just majority qualifiers. We've got a little bit of EFL Cup. And then, wow, that's it, bro. We've got UEFA Super Cup final, Aston Villa versus PSG on the 12th.
That's dope.
And then, damn, bro, already on the 18th, we have, is it the 18th we've got Arsenal, or what day is it that Arsenal play the first? The 21st. Arsenal versus Coventry. First day for Premier League. But, yeah, bro, well, you got anything else you wanted to touch on, or is that pretty much it?
No, I think for the next few episodes, we can definitely see us breaking down more of the games tactically, especially with the Premier Leagues. I think just the MLS is just really hard to read right now.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of transfer moves in the MLS. A lot of players going in and out. So a lot of the teams don't have a structured identity yet. Obviously, the top teams do have them. They have elite coaches where we do see the identity, so we can probably visit some of those. Make sure to watch a little bit more games on the top teams.
Yep.
And yeah, I think we've just got those games coming up, but appreciate everyone for coming in this far in the episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that pretty much wraps up the episode number 5. We appreciate if you guys made it all the way through. Please be sure to follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube as well. Watch our short clips on there. But other than that, boys, we will see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for coming through. Latest.
Peace.